And welcome in, everybody. It is so great to see you tonight. Hitchhiker Chat, it's Tuesday again. And of course, we always look forward to Tuesday. Welcome in, everybody. Manny, it's great to see you and everybody in the chat. It's almost Halloween, y'all. And it's kind of snuck up on me. Is anybody else having that problem? I'm kind of slow on the uptake this year. Now I'm all decorated. I have decorated. I have a couple of lawn things to put out yet, but I'm all decorated. I just let me make sure my phone is down. For some reason that hey Jason, that sound changes. But I'm just kind of like I realized I haven't made anything with apples in it. I have a recipe for pumpkin fudge that I haven't made yet. Are you guys kind of into fall already? I made some chili and some soup once, but I have all these recipes that I normally make for fall, and I haven't done any of it. So I've got to kind of get into it while it's still fall in November, and kind of enjoy the season a little bit more. We have been having some amazing weather here. I don't know about you guys, but for the last, I don't know, week and a half, we've just been having like perfect weather. I've sat out on the porch as much as humanly possible. Hey, Tina, welcome in. It's good to see you guys tonight. I have let's see, let's get to a couple things here. We are 10 days from Halloween. And guess what? We're 65 days. If Dana's in here, he may be in a little bit later. We're 65 days from Christmas. Oh my gosh, that's just unbelievable. You're eating Halloween candy. Oh, Tina, I just bought some Honeycrisp apples today. Honeycrisp are my absolute favorite ever. I have to generally do like a second mortgage on the house to buy them because they're so expensive, but they're totally my favorite kind of apple. So I bought some Galas and some Honeycrisp, and I like to mix different, different apples. And when I make an apple cake or an apple pie, I like to mix different, tart and sweet, and it gives it a really good flavor. Not ready for Christmas. Well, Tina, both of us have Disney trips coming up, and so we might as well just get there. I guess we'll be talking about that a little bit more. Hey, Joseph, welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, Tina. So they grow there. Oh, they're expensive here. They're not quite as expensive as they were when they were first introduced several years ago, but definitely, they're still pretty high. I just love them. They're just perfect. They have the perfect texture for me and the perfect mix of sweet and tart. I love them. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. We have a birthday to celebrate. I did want to, well, a couple of them actually. But I did want to say happy birthday to Heather of the Adventure Lees. Heather and Emmy have gotten to be really sweet friends of the channel, and they're just precious people. And so it's Heather's birthday. She'll be celebrating a birthday in just a few days. And so Heather, this is for you. Hang on just 1 second. Get back over here. Our traditional birthday celebration, birthday tutu. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway train whistle here. So happy birthday, Heather. We hope it's wonderful. Happy birthday, Heather. We hope you have a magical day, a fantastic day, and look forward, guys. A little pre-announcement here. I will have Emmy of the Adventure Lees on November 4th, which is not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Emmy will be coming on, and she will be telling us a little bit about her new channel We're really excited to see her. It gets a little while since we've had Emmy and Heather on, but Emmy has a new YouTube channel called Travel and Theme Park Guide. And so I'm really interested to see what she does with that. If you go over there and take a look, give her a sub, because I'm sure she's got a few videos up, kind of give you a feel for what she's going to be doing. But she's coming on. We're going to visit with her and enjoy talking with her and getting to know what she has, plans for this, this new channel. It's going to be really exciting. So that's November the 4th, not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. Also, guys, William and I celebrated 6 years, and William, by the way, is just running a little bit late. He got tied up running some errands, and so he'll be in. It'll just be a little bit later. But we celebrated 6 years on YouTube last week, and it's just a lot of fun. Thanks so much to Brian for coming in, and also Pete McDevitt. And it's always so great to have Pete on the channel. Pete's just a very special man, and we appreciate his support and all the things that he does to push our channel and all of us in our Disney YouTube community. Pete is just a major supporter, in addition to being a great leader. So thanks for saying hi to Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy, my sisters. Williams, Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy. I'm sure they're watching. Hey guys. Okay. Yes. You will be busy, Tina. I know you'll be busy. Hey, Jonathan. Oh my gosh. Welcome home. Our world traveler. I need to touch base with you. Thanks so much for all the pictures that you sent from your travels. I guess you're home. Are you home? But man, the pictures that you sent from your trips have just been phenomenal. We've enjoyed those so much. If you want to share some more, by all means, go ahead. But it's really, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Pete. Mr. Juma, welcome in. Always good to see you. Hello, does my heart good. And Dean, the turkey legster, is in the house. Dean is pretty much killing it, y'all, with videos. He was in Animal Kingdom just recently. Check out his most recent live stream from Animal Kingdom. Just a fantastic stroll. Just a nice, relaxing stroll through early morning Animal Kingdom. It's one of my favorite things to do. Just grab some Joffrey's coffee and just, stroll through Animal Kingdom and enjoy the ambiance and the music. And it's just wonderful. Head out to Kilimanjaro Safari and see all those incredible animals. It's really, really neat. So check out Dean's latest. Oh, you're welcome. Absolutely. You're welcome, Dean. Check out Dean's latest live stream. Dean, the turkey legster, sweet friend of the channel. I feel kind of, calling them ants. Yeah. Right. Well, they're my sisters. And I always call them Aunt Susan and Aunt Joy to William, to my boys, because they're aunts. So, but at any rate, let's see, moving along. Let's go ahead, guys, and we'll do this day in Disney history. We've got a couple more special birthdays today as well. In 1911, graphic designer and illustrator Mary Blair, who you guys know is just truly one of my favorite early Imagineers, is born. Mary Brown Robinson, McAllister, Oklahoma. Starting at the Disney Studios in 1940, her unique color stylings and design work graced such animated features as Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella, and Peter Pan. She also helped design the attraction It's a Small World, painted mural art for Disneyland's Tomorrowland Promenade, and designed the 90-foot-high ceramic tile mural in the Grand Canyon Concourse at Walt Disney World's Contemporary Resort. One of the many studio employees who accompanied Walt Disney on his 1941 South American trip, Blair appeared in Disney's 1942 Saludos Amigos and acted as art supervisor for the 1944 Three Caballeros. Some of her work from the Three Caballeros was later used in the fiesta scene in El Rio del Tiempo at the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot's World Showcase, which was coincidentally dedicated on this day in 1982. Blair was named a Disney legend in 1991, some 13 years after her death. So, wow, what contribution Mary Blair made. There is a documentary type thing about the South American trip, and that Disney and a lot of his WED employees made at the time. They weren't called Imagineers at that point, but they, at the president's request, they made a 1941 South American tour to drum up support for the Allies with the anticipation of World War II. And they were highly successful, really highly successful on that tour. And Mary Blair accompanied him. Check out that, find it. I'll have to look that up. I may try to link that below in the description of the video, because it's really worth your time to watch. It's fascinating. A lot of people don't even realize that Disney did that. 1956, jumping ahead all the way to 56, actress, novelist, and screenwriter Carrie Fisher is born in Beverly Hills, California. Famously known for her role of Princess Leia in the original Star Wars trilogy, she reprised the role for the 2015 The Force Awakens, which was the first Star Wars theatrical film that involved Disney. Archive footage of her saying the word hope was used to portray Leia's voice in Rogue One, which is distributed by Disney in 2016. Now, Rogue One, guys, is, if you've never seen it, by all means watch it. Rogue One is excellent. It's truly has that Star Wars feel. It gives you a sense of what happened just prior to Star Wars, to A New Hope. But yeah, welcome in, guys. I'm kind of getting behind in the chat because I can't see the chat when I'm reading. But it's good to see everybody just kind of talking. All good things, Dean. All good things. So happy birthday to heavenly birthday to Carrie Fisher. She was a very talented actress and appeared in a lot of movies, not just Star Wars. But of course, Star Wars was definitely her. It was her breakout role, and just she was perfect for it. And her talent lives on in film. 1959, Dr. Werner von Braun, who helped Walt Disney produce a series of space-related TV shows in the mid-1950s, arrives at NASA. U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signs an executive order transferring the brilliant rocket designer and his team from the U.S. Army to the newly created NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which had begun operations October the 1st, 1958. 1965, Werner von Braun, before I move on to 65, Werner von Braun was totally just pivotal, in our space program. If you're familiar with NASA and you're kind of a NASA fan, like I am, you'll definitely know his name. He was a brilliant scientist who defected to the United States and just really jump started our NASA and our space program. Just amazingly talented, intelligent man. In 1965, Walt Disney receives the first script for Disneyland's latest project, the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction. 5 days later, dialogue recording will begin with performers Pat O'Malley and Paul Frees. Love, of course, Paul Frees is, did a lot of voice work for Disney. He's also our ghost host in the Haunted Mansion. But yeah, gosh, classic. You can hear those, those voices, in your head. That we've heard them so much. There's really a lot of voice talent. And also on this day in 1965, an article by Emily Bavar titled "Is Our Mystery Industry Disney?" appears in the local Orlando, Florida paper, The Sentinel Star. Bavar, the editor of the newspaper's Sunday Florida magazine, has been tracking the rumors that Walt Disney has been purchasing large plots of land in Orange County. She believes the rumors are true, and of course they were. Miss Bavar was definitely on the right track because Walt Disney was purchasing under assumed company names so that it did get out of hand, and people start buying up land that he wanted for the Florida project, which of course became Walt Disney World. So in 1990, and this is the last one, the Disney Channel airs the Disney Channel premiere film Back to Hannibal, The Return of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. The film features Raphael Sbarge as Tom Sawyer, Mitchell Anderson as Huck Finn, and veteran actor Ned Beatty as Judge Thatcher. I need to look that up and see if that's on Disney Plus. I really do. I'd love to see that. And we're going to be talking a good bit tonight about Tom Sawyer Island. A lot going on there. Alex, hey, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, Keith, welcome in. Good to see you. Jonathan says, I wish I played a character in a role-playing game similar to D&D, but modern as Von Braun's great-grandson. Oh, wow. Jonathan, you're familiar with him. I just incredible man, and his promos and some of the shows that he did for Disney to promote our space program were just, Walt Disney just had his finger on the pulse of, and he was just such a visionary, in addition to being, having such an appreciation for history. Walt Disney was just a very versatile person, but his association with Werner von Braun was amazing. It really was. It's always incredible to me to note how many people had, how many people's lives he touched, and how many people actually had a connection, in some way to Disney. Alex, hey, I hope y'all are okay. Hope y'all are doing well. It's good to see you. Okay, y'all. Let me kind of get going here. We're going to talk a little bit tonight about Disney's price increases. A few days ago, about a week and a half ago, Disney announced, we're on WDWNT's website, and I would have done a slideshow on this, but I just found like there were so many of them, y'all. It's crazy. Yeah, right, Tina. Yay, yeah. We are, Alex. We're doing really well. Y'all, prices are going up on everything. It's just crazy. I thought, well, we'll scroll through this site and talk about some of the things that this is WDWNT today. Tom Corliss and his staff do such a great job over there of keeping us abreast of what's going on in Disney. And I decided to just scroll through their site rather than trying to put together a slideshow, because it would have taken me a week to do it. There are so many price increases. Disney announced recently that they will raise prices for hundreds of items, tickets, food, parking, merch, pretty much anything you can think of is going up. It's, I mean, this is an across the board sweep. Now, Disney does, this time of year, they generally have a price increase. Um, and of course, we always, every time they do it, we whine a little bit. The problem these days is that, and I'll have to look at my numbers. I meant to check this before I went live, but I wasn't able to do it. So I'll have to check it, or Tina or somebody wants to check this for me. Disney's price increases have outpaced the cost of living by like 600%. So that's, that gives you an idea when you go, ouch, when you price tickets or whatever, and people say, oh, well, they always go up, everything's going up. That's true, but Disney has outpaced a lot of other theme parks in their price increases. They just really are pushing the envelope. They have been for a while, but when you think about the things that they've taken away, the perks that they have taken away, and then the charges that they've added. Lightning Lane, used to be free. Fast passes were free before Disney decided to monetize them. And if we were to go through, we don't even have time to go through all of the perks that Disney has taken away since COVID, because it would just take too long. It would literally take hours to cover that. I think we did that a couple of years ago, and it's actually been, that they just keep taking away perks and raising prices. So we're going to talk a little bit about this last price increase announcement. And if you're planning a trip, by all means, we hope that this will be helpful to you. We're gonna, we always strive to cover Disney as best we can, the good and the bad. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And this one's pretty ugly, guys. There's really not much of a way to sugarcoat it, because they're going up on everything. Yeah. Okay, I get that reference, Alex. Whole lot of dimes, right? I get that. I totally get that. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is why Japan trip is so much better, affordable. Well, and Jonathan, that's we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. I want to go to some of the overseas parks, and interestingly enough, of course, that Jillian, my daughter-in-law, is a Mickey Travels travel agent, and so she just keeps her pulse on all the different packages, the different discounts that Disney offers, and there are several going on right now that you might want to take advantage of before all of these price increases kick in. But I had thought, she has told me that pricing any of the overseas parks, Disneyland Paris, for example, is always a lot cheaper than Walt Disney World, and that's even with airfare. So yeah, we're getting pretty crazy. Yeah, I do know that reference, Alex. That's a good one. Blazing Saddles, right? Okay, let's kind of go through this a little bit. Let's see. Let me get to the right tab. This fall of 2025, they always go up in price. This is Disney's time that their usual time for price increases has been for years. But after 2020 and the blip, things began to change within the Disney company. Um, and their price increases and charging for everything again have outpaced the cost of living and other things just by leaps and bounds. They will be increasing tickets and add-ons, standard tickets, annual passes, lightning lane, extras and experiences, tours and enchanting extras, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, Droid Depot, and Savi's Workshop. Parking is going up from $30 a day to $35 a day. Food and beverage, merch, all of it is going up. Let's start with tickets, guys. Standard tickets on the highest price days. They also started this surge pricing so that you don't have a set price like they used to for if you're going into the park, here's the price. No, on holidays, on especially um, high high traffic days, they have surge pricing. So, for example, Christmas Day is going to cost you a pretty penny if you want to go into Magic Kingdom. That's how it works. So, Magic Kingdom prices are increasing by $10, $159 to $209. Epcot, $139 to $199 is the price range. That's up $5. Disney's Hollywood Studios, $149 to $204, also up $5. And Animal Kingdom, $119 to $184, up $5. So, and that's for a 1 day. That's for that's for 1 day tickets. Okay. In 2026, the price for a 1 day park hopper ticket on the highest price days went up from $277 to $284. So they are pushing $300 a day for a park hopper, guys. That's just mind-boggling to me. That's just staggering to me. What's rumor about pricing cruises after the first of the year? I'm sure uh, they will be. I'm totally sure. Oh, what's Charlie wondering? Alex had hopes with Iger, right? Right, Keith. Absolutely. Disney's either hit the ceiling or has gone through the roof. I think they've gone through the roof, Keith. They hit the ceiling way back there somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Right, Tina. Yeah, and Alex, it's going to be interesting. We talked a little bit about our two candidates to replace Bob Iger last week, and I'm thinking that Disney should be making an announcement on that pretty soon. So we'll see what they come up with. But at any rate, so tickets, annual passes, y'all, annual passes. The Incredipass, is as an out of state AP holder. The Incredipass is the only one that I'm eligible to purchase. I have to get that. I don't have any other options. Florida residents have several different levels that they can get with and based on price. Then they have so many blackout days, what have you. The Incredipass doesn't have any blackout days at all. I can walk into a park on any day, Christmas morning, but the Incredipass is previously $1,549, $1,549 is going up to $1,629. So the Sorcerer Pass, which is the next level, at $1,079 is going up to $1,099. The Pirate Pass, which was previously $829, is going up to $869, and the Pixie Dust Pass, which is really the most economical one. It has a lot of blackout blackout dates, but it's still very economical. The Pixie Dust Pass is going up from $469 to $489, so it's $20. And you can read the full breakdown if you want to. Pass holder add-ons are also going up. If you want the Photo Pass downloads, which is the memory maker, and the water parks and sports option, both increased from $99 to $109. Suffice to say, y'all, that every price in Disney, I don't care if you're buying a hot dog or a $1,600 annual pass, it's going up. Everything is going up. The Lightning Lane multi-pass maximum price has increased from $39 to $45. So if you want that, that multi-pass Lightning Lane in Magic Kingdom or whatever, you could be charged as much as $45 a day for that on top of your ticket. Tours and enchanting extra experiences have increased in price by $10, $10 to $20 actually. For example, the Keys to the Kingdom tour in Magic Kingdom, which is kind of the big one that everybody kind of wants to do, has gone up by $20. The Behind the Scenes tour, which really used to be one of the most economical tours that you could take, is up $10. Savor the Savannah, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge is at $209, an increase of $10. And the Wild Africa Trek, these are extra tours that you can do in the Disney parks if you're interested, at $239, up $10. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, previously packages ranged from $19.95 to $450. There are now far fewer packages to choose from. The cheapest one is $59.99, while the most expensive is $229.99. Guests can meet the fairy godmother. So that's Droid Depot. Custom Droid from Droid Depot has gone up by $10 from $119 to $129. And the thing, you think, well, all of these things are small increases. $10 to $20 to me is $10 to $20. But when you start adding all of it together, it really adds, thousands of dollars to a trip that's already extremely expensive for families. A hand-built lightsaber at Savi's Workshop increased by $25 from now they were what were they? What were the lightsabers? Do y'all remember when they first? Do y'all remember when they first started doing the lightsabers? I guess so. Yeah. Well, yeah, Alex. You would think. Okay, so DVC. So y'all do. The DVC has more than a choice of just the credit pass, which is the top tier, but pay for it in other ways. And DVC owners, which is Disney Vacation Club, have lost a lot of perks over the years. Really have. So Keith, Disney family members, Michael Eisner. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's interesting. Well, I think they had a better handle on it, Alex, at one point. To me, so much of this craziness really took a hold during COVID. Disney used COVID as an excuse to just start charging for everything. And let's not forget that that, while Disney and the other parks instituted the Park Pass reservation system during the blip, the other parks have let that go. You don't have to make a reservation for SeaWorld or for Universal Studios, any of their parks, but you still do for Disney. So Disney's even hanging on to, a lot of that. I thought so, Tina, that the Savi's workshop that to build a lightsaber was like $99, and then it went up to like 119 and then 129. Yeah, yeah. Um, let's see, 200. Yeah, one. It's just and it just kept creeping up basically. But it's at $300 now. So yeah, and parking, guys. Let's not forget about that. Is oh gosh, so your standard just to park. Now, if you have, if you do have the annual pass, your parking is included. Uh, but it's going up from $30 a day to park to 35. Auto preferred, if you want to park in preferred parking, is 55. A motorcycle is 35. Doesn't, which is nuts to me. I mean, granted, a motorcycle does take up a parking place. Oversized vehicles are $40 a day to park. Food and beverages, everything in food and beverages, prices have increased at restaurants, snack carts across Walt Disney World. Most food prices have increased by about 50 cents. For example, Mickey pretzels went from $7.99 to $8.49. So you're over that, that $8 mark. Dole Whip pineapple cup increased from $5.49 to $5.79. So popcorn in a standard souvenir bucket went from $13 to $14.29. A bucket refill is even the refill prices, y'all. Oh my gosh, the popcorn refill price went up. So if you have your bucket, if you already brought your bucket, like your AP, holder, and you go into the park and you have your bucket, a refill was $2.19. Now it's $2.49. Golly, it's that regular popcorn without a souvenir bucket, $5.69 to $5.99. Bottled soda and vitamin water has increased. So if you buy Coke, y'all, went from $5.29 to $5.50. A bottle of Smart Water went from $6 for a bottle of water, y'all, to $6.25. Now, this is why I go to the quick service places. Chef Lemon Meringue, hi. Well, it's good to see you. It's very good to see you. Hello to you. Welcome in. Welcome in. This is why I go into the quick service places, y'all, and get the ice water, get the free ice water. At one point, like back in the, like 2007, 2008, it tasted kind of swampy, but over the years, they've gotten that taste a little bit better. So, it doesn't taste as bad. But yeah, I'm not going to pay $6 for a bottle of water because you have to drink and drink and drink. It's so hot. You have to, just drink and drink and drink. I'm not going to pay $6 a bottle for water. Gosh, that's just shoots the whole budget. So, parking is still free with an AP. It is included. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Tina, did you really? You let go of Disney Plus last week? Well, I'm thinking, yeah. I saw Disney Plus. Keith says his Disney Plus is going up by $2. Yeah. It's just crazy. Water at Publix and fill our water bottle each day. Yeah. Yeah. Um, well, um, let's see. Let's go through some more of this merch. Now, ears, y'all. Um, ear headbands went from $34.99 to $36.99. I remember when I purchased. I remember, and I'm trying to remember what year this was. Maybe around 2019. It was when remember the sequin sparkly rose gold headband and how popular that color was when they first came out. Um, I went to buy that at the Emporium, or I thought about buying it. I went to price that, and it was like $22.99 or something. It wasn't quite $25, but it was over 20. And I thought to myself, they have lost their mind. They want almost $25 for an ear headband. That is crazy. And look at our prices now. Yeah, select Loungefly mini backpacks have hit $100, which to me is just nuts. Shoulder plushies, little magnetic. You've got they make little magnetic hitchhiking ghosts and different characters. There's a Remy and there are a lot of different little plushies that you could get. And oh my gosh, there's y'all number one. If sitting on your, they'll sit on your shoulder. Went from $24 to $30. Okay, $24.99 to $27.99. So this includes the shoulder plush of Remy, Emil, Grogu, and the Haunted Mansion gargoyle. Y'all know how much I would love to have that Haunted Mansion gargoyle. Not at that price. Not at that price. Man. Disney Plus is going up. Yeah, $2 a month. Okay. Yeah. Well, I understand. Probably if you had kiddos, Tina, you'd watch a little bit more, but yeah. So that's, yeah. So, I'm not going to pay that much for a little bitty plushie. I'm just not. $30. Magic bands. So resort guests and annual pass holders can order select magic bands online, and they have some really cool ones. Guys, are going up. It doesn't say how much on that. Suffice to say that everything in the parks is going up. So again, if you are planning a trip, by all means, contact my daughter-in-law Jillian, who is a Mickey Travels travel agent. She can help you navigate some of this and help you, stay within your budget. She could put together packages for you if you want to stay within a budget, and you may want to plan something, before too long. If you can. It's just, yeah, that we're just, because I think, back before the blip, y'all, before COVID, when Disney went up, they didn't normally go up on everything. It wasn't just across the board, flat out everything. It wasn't all of it. They would go up on a few things, at a time, but not all of it. Gosh. So, let's see. Speaking of, I was looking for another Haunted Mansion animatronic door knocker on clearance from Halloween Store each year. Oh man, that would be that would be so cool, Jonathan. That would be amazing. Yeah, golly, that'd be amazing. Anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at, y'all. So you can look at everything. pretty much, um, just look at the price increases and just expect everything to be more expensive. And again, the problem that I have with it is that Disney price increases have outpaced the cost of living and, all of that, like 600%. It's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, that's what we're dealing with. This is something that we've talked about for a while. Um, and I'll, talk a little bit more about it here in a few minutes. My annual pass, y'all, this is the second year for me to have an annual pass, and it expires in December, and I am not planning to renew it. Um, I'm not planning to renew it for a number of reasons. One, it's just too expensive, and two, I think we're gonna look at maybe going to some of the overseas parks. So, um, look into that. They, Disney has just absolutely priced families out, and that happened, a couple years ago. And people just look at that and just go, uh-uh, they're just shell shocked. The sticker shock is just, uh, they just can't believe their eyes on, that Disney has gone up that much on some of it. But at any rate, if you have any questions or anything we can help you with, if we don't know the answer, we can probably find somebody who does, and Jillian can always help us with that. But I am planning. Planning to go before the end of the year. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, this is what we are. Um, what we're dealing with right now. That's what they're going to be doing. Just hiking those prices. Um, Around 47 million people visit Orlando's Disney theme parks every year, making it the country's second most visited tourist destination. So we'll see how this affects them. I know that they are running specials right now for packages if you stay on property. And you have option of getting the dining plan and different things, but they are offering some price discounts now. Um, they had, and I don't know if they still do, but a few weeks ago they had 40% off of select Disney cruises and cabins. So that's something that you might want to take a look at. Okay, Keith. um, yes, I do. I think they already are. However, Alex, Universal has really disappointed me in raising, a lot of their prices. They're almost as high as Disney. So I'm sure they will. It'll be interesting to see if Universal responds in kind with with a price increase, especially with them having built a new park in Epic. So um, as far as that goes, we'll just have to see. Um, see what happens with it. Um, let's see. Let me. Let's see here. Let me see if I can share this a little bit better. There we go. Okay. So this is kind of, I don't know. I will say, we of course read, a lot on social media and kind of keep our pulse on what people's reactions are. And I can tell you that for a number of years, people online, people, just friends, and people that we know, that William and I know, and I know a lot of you have had this same, these same experiences. Are people are just extremely frustrated. They, with it, and they plan, they plan to go, and they they commit, they may have to save up whatever to go and take their family. And then once they get there and realize how expensive everything is and how complicated everything is, with everything's on your phone, there are just so many pieces to it anymore that they just, it's like, yeah, well, it's a one and done. So and Disney has always been a company that relied on repeat customers, on that customer loyalty. That was a huge thing with them. They really prided themselves on people like Jeff and me, who went as children, took our children, and now are taking our grandchildren. So that was always their focus. Not so much anymore. So, um, but at any rate, y'all, that's just kind of what we're looking at. Just expect everything to be higher. Um, and we have, y'all, some more news here. Again, we kind of feel obligated, to bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And Disney's just making some really, um, in my mind, bad moves. They have made some over the past few years, but I'll tell you this is Tom Sawyer Island and the rivers of America as it looks now. You can still see the ride track. Keith, I hope you have a really good night. All right, Alex, you have to have your phone with you, and you have to be on it, which means you're on your phone so much, Alex, during a trip, that then you have to have the battery. You have to either find a place to plug in, in a restaurant or wherever, or you have to have a battery. So, but this is Tom Sawyer Island, thanks to BioReconstruct on X. We have this aerial view of the current demolition on the former Tom Sawyer Island in Magic Kingdom. Most above ground structures, including Potter's Mill and Fort Langhorne, have been demolished now at Tom Sawyer Island. So it's really looking sad. You can see here to the right there that red area, that's the construction that they're doing on Big Thunder. So they really have a lot of stuff torn up right now. And what looks like that, you can see the dry riverbed there of Rivers of America, and the ride track, or the boat showboat track, is still in the ground. They haven't taken that up yet, unless this is an older picture and they've done it recently. But they are demolishing the structures on Tom Sawyer Island. This is a picture of the destruction of some of the cave, some parts of the caves. And I'll just tell you, guys, looking at this, and you'll know how much Frontierland means to William and me, and how much that piece of Walt's love of history, that reflects Walt's love of history and what he called edutainment. He hoped that he could, while entertaining children and adults, he could also educate. And Tom Sawyer Island was a big part of that. It's American literature. And when they first announced that they were going to be doing this, oh, hey, hon, are you there?
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Hi. I
Hey,
was,
Charlie.
yeah, I was looking
Hey,
at.
Tina.
Um,
Hey, Alex and Lily
Um,
and family.
wait,
This is Alex.
well, you missed the, the beating that was our review of the price
Oh
increases.
yeah,
So,
I watched it from the I watched it on my phone as I was getting everything set up in here.
yeah,
So I listened to it. Yeah, it's, such a, it's such a whooping. It really is.
I
I mean,
know.
it's I mean, golly, I mean they've lost their minds on the parking. I mean, I thought to myself, okay, it's still a ripoff, but to have parking be $20. I remember when parking went from like 20 to $22.
Yep, I do
And I
too.
was like, okay, $20 is one thing because you got a $20 bill. Here you go.
Right,
Hand
right,
it out the window. But when they went to 22, I was like, come on. Then you get the $20 bill out. Oh, guess what? It's 22. All right, let me dig through the console for another couple bucks. I just
right.
that's yeah, it really is a whooping. And granted, the thought process when I got an annual pass was I'm sticking to it regardless, because there's a ton of construction that's coming, and what makes me angry, what makes me upset about the price increases is, okay, well, I mean, get this, Sophia, real quick. We're not even to the price increases yet. This calendar year, looking at a park hopper for 4 days during the week of Christmas, guess how much it is?
Okay, park hopper.
Park hopper 4 days. During the week of Christmas, guess how much it is?
Oh, I don't even hazard a guess.
Try $888.
Oh, William.
Tickets starting December the 20th. 4-day park hoppers.
Oh.
$888.
Wow.
And I mean, here's okay. I got sidetracked there. That's before the increases. I mean, granted, that's their surge pricing, but that's before the increases. So here's the other piece. Oh man, I lost. Oh, they're acting, and here's they're going to make people real bad, to where people will consider doing something else. Here's the problem: is that they're acting these price increases. They're acting like they've already completed all the stuff that they have on the docket. All the stuff. Oh, none of this is blue sky. We're actually doing it. Okay. Here's a cookie.
Right.
They're acting like all that stuff is already done, because make no mistake, this is only the beginning.
Yeah.
This is the first level. I mean, granted, they've been increasing prices substantially ever since COVID, like you mentioned. 2020, ever since 2020. I mean, they just been turning up the temperature. But I mean, make no mistake, once all this stuff starts to get completed, they're going to continue to rise. And I'd seen, there was a former Imagineer that I follow on X, and and he said something about how Disney's not doing a great job of representing the value that you get for a full day at the parks. People spend all this money to go to an NFL game, or to go to a concert. People are shelling out all sorts of money. They and he's saying, oh, well, this, Disney provides more value than that.
Hey, Daniel.
But the thing they fail to understand, is that Disney's open, not 24/7, 365, but they're open 365 days a year.
They are.
To go watch your favorite NFL football team play, you got 16 cracks at it, and if you take the number of home games, you got half of that. I guess it's 17 now. But you know, it's and that's, and I mean, your team may make the playoffs, but still, they're trying to compare that to, the NFL, NBA,
Right.
Major League
Right.
Baseball. Hockey's not crazy expensive unless you're trying to sit close.
Mhm.
Yeah, thanks, Tina. Um, it's remarkably, that's what we used to do, Mom, is speak to the value of
Yes.
a
Yes.
Disney trip, you know,
Yes.
and talking
We
about
did.
like just the
True.
all
Mhm.
all the things that they used to offer
Perks. All the
complimentary,
perks.
you know,
Absolutely.
sending stuff back to the room if you're staying on property,
Mhm.
sending stuff to the front of the park so you could pick it up
Mhm.
later in the day, which
Mhm.
still I think is a huge
Mhm.
misstep. You know, I
Oh,
would,
absolutely.
there's plenty
Magical
more junk.
Express.
I mean, think about all these
Uh,
people with kids. I mean, yeah, some of them have
oh yeah.
strollers, but to have to lug that junk around all day, if I could just buy it,
Mhm.
send it to the front of the park, pick it up later, and I'm sure they some pencil pusher, you know, snot nosed accountant probably said, "Oh, there's not enough usage. People aren't using this service enough. We just need to
Mhm.
go ahead and let this go."
Mhm.
Um, I guarantee
Absolutely.
that's what happened. And they
Oh
said,
yeah.
you know what, we don't want to pay people to have to, move this stuff to the front of the park. Let's just go ahead and cut
Right.
it.
Right.
And it's we were always able to speak to, world class entertainment,
Yes.
making memories, uh,
Perks.
top,
Yeah.
first class,
Yeah.
customer
Yes.
service.
Yes.
Um, those were the things we pointed people to and
It
said,
was.
yeah,
Yeah. It's true.
and also too at that time it was much closer price wise was much closer to you want to take a trip to Galveston, you want to take a trip to
Yes.
insert major
Yes.
city here. Well, I mean,
Right.
Galveston's not necessarily a major city, but it is a tourist
Right. Right.
town. But
Mhm.
insert place, name of large city here. I mean, if
Mhm.
you went and calculated out how much it take to stay there,
Mhm.
transportation,
Mhm.
eating, and entertainment, you know,
Yes.
I mean that price point was much closer. And now with the way that they just keep raising the cost of everything, and Julie and I have
Mhm.
talked about this too, in that you know people have to start
All
making
right, Jerry.
tough decisions. They're putting people in a position to have to make really tough decisions of, okay,
Right.
um, all right, because I think rewind a few years, yeah, there were some people that probably said, you know what, I'll pass on a Mickey bar, I'll pass on a Dole Whip,
Right.
I'll bring my own snacks,
Right.
and now but guess what? I still have complimentary Fast Pass, and if you rewind a few years, I still have
Right. Right.
complimentary Fast
Yes.
Pass. So,
Right.
sweet. That's
Right.
great. And now it's all right, I have to pay for lightning lanes now. And
Yes.
you say, oh, well, you don't have to pay
Yes.
for lightning lanes, but for
If you
people who
want them,
don't,
you pay for them. Right.
yeah, and for
Where they
people
used to be
who,
free.
yeah,
Yeah.
people who want to cover as much ground as they can to get quote unquote the most bang for their buck.
Mhm.
I mean, that's an extra expense, whereas that's money that they could have applied elsewhere. They could have gone and stayed, maybe stayed at a
Yes.
little bit nicer resort. They could
Right.
have, built a lightsaber. They could have built a droid. And
Exactly.
granted, all that's more recent stuff, but they could have had that extra table service meal,
Yes.
or gotten the
Yeah.
snacks, or gotten an extra, maybe extra quick service. Whereas now, because of the other
Right.
expenses and because of everything getting more expensive, people are having
You
this,
have to cut that. Yeah.
yeah, people are having to make tough
Yeah.
calls on,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah. I'm
we
sorry.
gotta,
I'm sorry, sweetie. We can't build a droid.
yeah.
You know.
So I mean, yeah,
Well, and I talked about that. But after the blip, um, you think back, William, and we do this a good bit, and we
yeah,
talk about it some on the channel, but we do this a good bit. We talk about how we represented Disney to people, again, the thing that we pointed to was the value,
Yeah.
the amazing, amazing value, the perks for your money. And I said earlier in the live stream that
Yeah.
if and we've done this before, if we were to try to go back and talk about all of the perks that have gone away in the last 5 years, it would take us probably 2 hours,
Yeah.
literally, to
Yeah.
cover all of them. And we wouldn't even be able to think of them all.
Yeah.
That's how much we've lost.
Yeah.
And the prices just keep going up and up. And look at the picture on this screen, guys. Okay. Everything just went up. And that is the demolition of Tom Sawyer Island, one of the caves at Tom Sawyer Island.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, just when it was first announced, and they trotted Josh D'Amaro out there at D23, and then they waited till the banquet hall or the room basically emptied before they announced that they were taking out Rivers America, Tom Sawyer Island, and the Liberty Bell, so that they wouldn't get run off the stage. I thought surely they won't do this. How can they possibly do away with that area of Frontierland? That it's an iconic part of the parks.
Yeah.
Do anything else? Well, 40 what? How many square miles of land? And open Aunt Polly's, for crying out loud. Open Aunt Polly's. I can tell you a million ways to get people out to Tom Sawyer Island if you want more crowds out there.
Yeah.
And oh no, we're just going to shut it down because they could not monetize it like they can with this Cars ride.
Yeah.
That is not going to be anything innovative. The Cars ride that they're putting in, y'all, is not anything innovative. It's like a four-wheeler on a track.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the thing that just makes me absolutely sick. You have the richness of an American author, of our country's roots, Mark Twain, the Liberty Bell. It was an oasis in Magic Kingdom, and God knows that there was, the water helped at least with some of the heat.
Yeah.
And you could get on a raft and go out there. The last time I was out there, y'all, there's a video up on the channel. The last time I was out there, went through the whole thing, went through the caves. Of course, Aunt Polly's was closed. It has been since the blip.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it was just amazing out there. It was just amazing. And, totally, April. Right. Welcome in. Yeah.
Hey, April, welcome in.
And if they had just opened Aunt Polly's, it would have pulled people out there, to sit under that beautiful gazebo, take a break with your kids, get kind of, out of the park. And here's the thing too, that I have, the thing that I have made a comment about, in several posts, and I always try to keep it civil, but that all of that island with all of its vegetation was home to all kinds of plant life and animal life. And they drained the river, which had fish in it, and ripped out, they're going to tear out everything. It's going to be concrete. And so they have, what happened to all of this conservation that Disney so piously pushes on us? Conservation, we're,
I mean, it definitely had become its own ecosystem. There's no doubt about that.
Well, yes, of course it had. Of course, it's been there for 53 years.
Yeah.
It's been there for the park 54, excuse me.
Yeah.
The park has been a park opened in 1971. Of course, it was its own ecosystem. There were birds, and and
somebody had,
rabbits and
yeah,
squirrels.
I was gonna say somebody had posted a picture of a little baby rabbit that was there on Tom Sawyer Island like the week before they closed it, and said,
Uh,
what, what's genuinely what's going to happen to this bunny?
right.
And I'm
Yeah.
sure that I'm sure whatever they were physically able to catch that they took and dropped off somewhere else. But um, yeah, it's it's just glaringly there are absolutely trends in the direction of the company, and the direction of which they're taking the parks. One thing that I've seen people comment on recently is that at Disney World, it seems like truly the theme portion of being theme parks, and that what each of the parks is themed after is
Mhm.
pretty
Out the
well.
window.
It's out the window at this point. Um, Out the window. But sorry, that's Toy Story. But
Right.
anyway, yeah, I mean, and they're right. you know, I mean, it's so much of what they're doing is just hodgepodge, throw together stuff. Um,
Oh, Alex. Yeah.
and so yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, it's
Yeah.
I mean, I think about Animal Kingdom especially, and their
Yeah.
plans for Animal Kingdom, and how they're kind of shoehorning what they want to do. It's like
All
dinosaurs
right.
actually existed. Yeah, and sure you could say, oh, I'm sure they'll somehow work,
Mhm.
animal,
Oh,
some sort of
April, I'm right
focus
there
on.
with you. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll somehow work animals into the Encanto ride, and
Mhm.
I've seen the concept artwork, and
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
also too,
Well, it's what they did when they took out Splash Mountain and
yeah,
shoehorned Tiana's into an existing
yeah,
ride system,
yeah,
which was a disservice to both rides
yeah,
and still
really,
is.
it really was,
Um,
and it still
and
is, yeah.
so, so this is Fort Langhorne
But
before and after.
I
Uh,
just
yeah.
yeah, I, I to me, you know, it, there's a bit of it's worse than arrogance. Um, and the I guess it's outright hubris is what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes. Yes. I agree.
for them, for so many of
Yeah.
these things to have been in operation. And granted, I get it.
Mhm.
I've heard the quotes. I'm a Disney super fan, just like everybody else on the stream. Um,
Mhm.
but I mean, as Mom has pointed to in the past, there's a reason that they purchased so much dadgum land out there.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and I mean, and that's instead of going through and retheming things that are have stood the test of time up till the
Right.
current administration at at the Disney. Um, it's mind boggling. It really is.
Mhm.
And
It is.
I can't help but wonder, how much some of these decisions are just and I feel like are very short sighted, frankly.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I still have to be sold on the Disney villains land. Like
Mhm.
I I would love to have I would love to have an Imagineer on
Mm.
and say, okay, sell me on the idea and concept of having a land dedicated, a land that
To
is there
bad
in the
guys.
parks, the two bad guys, a land that's there
Mhm.
24/7,
Right.
um,
Right.
in your flagship park, you know, of
Yeah.
the entire world.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
I
Yes.
just I get that they get a lot of seasonal traffic. I'm sure that they do a decent number of merch sales also with villain stuff. And I get. And here's the thing: I really enjoy the villain show at Hollywood Studios. But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? Less than a year ago, Lightning McQueen was in that space.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, that just shows you. It's one thing to take a building and change a show. It's another thing to put as much as money that they're going to put into building an entire section
Oh yeah.
for the villains.
Right.
It kind of it just
Yeah.
boggles my mind,
Yeah.
frankly.
Well, and I have a problem with it. I
Yeah.
have a distinct problem with it. I enjoy, I mean, we're not talking about just villains strolling through and you have neat
Yeah.
interactions or, what
Yeah.
have you. I remember the first time that, and I always go back to this, the first time that they paid homage to villains in any way that I was aware of. We were headed out to the parking lot. This is probably 07 or 08,
Hmm.
one of those trips. We were heading out to the parking lot, and there were two different parking lots, heroes and villains.
It's still that way today.
It's still that way today, but that was new at the time, and I thought to myself, they have a villains parking lot?
Yeah.
In other words, that's how foreign that idea was to me
Yeah.
at that time, because we did not glorify villains.
Yeah.
And I understand the popularity, but there is, let's just, and you can talk, oh, well, I'm an adult and I have the guardrails to know that villains are bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Does my 6-year-old grandson have that?
I mean, even he understands that that bad guys are bad.
Okay, but what if he doesn't have you as a parent?
Yeah.
And he goes in and villains are cool. Villains are
Yeah.
just misunderstood.
Well, I mean, to tell you what happens, I mean, to follow, and I hate to sound like, and granted, I'm a big video gamer and I have been my entire life. And, I've managed to never have a brush with the law. But, at the risk of sounding like the, video games cause problems
I agree,
person, I'll tell you what happens. In extreme cases, with people who are mentally unstable, in extreme cases, you see what happened with the guy in that, I think it was Colorado movie theater, who dressed up like the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
There is after that the Dark Knight, Batman: The Dark Knight.
Yes.
The popularity of the Joker character rose, substantially, amongst pop culture. And again, in extreme cases with people who are mentally unstable, that type of thing happens.
Yes.
And I can't help but wonder, I can't help but wonder. I mean, granted, most of what Disney villains are doing, is a kind of a different brand of villainy. Not doing what the Joker did in The Dark Knight, by any stretch, but it's
I don't know. Darth Vader's pretty. I mean, hey Tony, welcome in. Tina raises a good point here. You can't have villains without heroes in a law-abiding society. You can't have heroes without villains.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's absolutely true. But anyway, I think I still to this day, and they're going to have a tough time changing my mind. I think it's very bizarre that this is actually becoming a reality. I still think that some millennial in which I could say that because I think I technically fall into that category. I think some millennial went in and pitched it, and they said, here's our numbers, from Oogie Boogie Bash. Here's our merchandise sales.
Yeah.
Here's our numbers from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yeah. Here's Universal's numbers from Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, and they were somehow able to convince leadership to say, you know what, let's green light this. This is one of those instances, where I wish we had a time machine and we could bring Walt Disney to present day and say, hey, guess what, Walt? We're making an entire making the entire land dedicated to villains. And I would love to know his response.
Yeah.
Would love to. I mean, granted, there's a lot of stuff that's gone on over the years.
Yeah.
That I would love to know his thoughts on.
His response
but this one is so out there,
Yeah.
That I'm sure it's going to be cool, but I just it feels to me they're losing their identity.
Yes.
And to me, it points to
and they're chasing the almighty dollar.
Yeah, people. There are people that have called for, change it to a haunted mansion. Oh, it's too dark. And yet, you say that out one side of your mouth, and I can't wait for Villains Land out the other side of your mouth.
Right.
There's a disconnect there.
And
also too, it points to larger issues in the company.
It does.
That they keep acquiring properties that, in my mind, are not consistent with the type of entertainment that they had looked to bring to people in the past.
Yes.
I'm talking about the Fox acquisition. I'm talking about Hulu. And I've spoken before about the real problems that I have with the types of things that get advertised on Disney Plus. And I understand that they're trying to sell people on these shows, but this junk should not be on the splash page, or I should have more. I should have more control as a parent.
Right.
I understand. Oh, we'll just password protect your profile. Okay.
Right.
Chasing the dollar is not even. Yeah, exactly, Tony. It's very short-sighted. That's not the way that they have done things. Historically.
No. Walt said, Walt's philosophy was, and there is a quote that I could.
You're right. You're right, Tony.
You build it the best you can. You keep it extra clean. You give people good, solid family entertainment, and the money comes. And now I feel like they've got the money cart before the part. They got the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
Contrary, I think about William, and this was before we had a channel. When we were just those crazy Disney people at work, and people used to, email us or catch us in the hall and say, hey, I'm going to Disney, and I know that you guys go all the time. Can you help us?
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that we're talking about now, the dread when they announce something new, the outrage at so many price increases, the disregard for customer experience, the lack of solid Imagineering that gives us that wow factor. They can't even get it to run once they get it together, let alone achieve the wow factor that they used to. All of those things were never even on our radar with Disney.
Yeah.
that they were. It was always, oh my gosh, I wonder what they're going to do
Uh-huh.
now. It was always a positive, a positive thing. And the company has made a turn, guys, and it's not just me. It's, we all can see it if we're honest.
Yeah.
We can all see it. Other people certainly see it. I have had conversations with Susan
Yeah.
William, about this. I mean, Susan has always been just as big a fan as I.
Yeah.
I mean, I owe a lot of my love for Disney to her because
Yeah.
she, loved it so much. And Aunt Bonnie, my Aunt Marie, my cousin Misty, we all just really have always loved Disney.
Yeah.
And, Susan's going, look, I just can't believe what I'm reading. Is this
Yeah.
true? So,
Yeah.
and I have to say, yeah, it's true. So
Yeah. It's
it's those,
you know,
it's tough.
yeah. Oh, it definitely is. Yeah, Tony Tower says, I'm so nervous for Tower of Terror's future. Yeah, make no mistake. Last I heard, they're still working on the Scarlett Johansson, Twilight Zone movie. And if that
Right,
thing ends up making
right.
a ton of money, you can guarantee they're going to work her in somehow.
Yeah. Oh, they
So,
will.
I mean, they would have done, make no mistake, they'd have done the same thing with the Jungle Cruise, with Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
absolutely would have worked those two into, and I think they had
Yeah.
intentions on working those two characters into the ride,
Yeah.
but
They did.
they didn't make as much money at the box office. It wasn't a Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow situation.
Right.
So
Right.
And I really enjoyed the Jungle Cruise movie for what it was.
Yeah.
So,
I enjoyed the movie.
but yeah, I
Um,
mean, make no mistake, if it turns out big at the box office, they're going to work Scarlett Johansson into that ride somehow.
right. Right. So yeah, again, Disney has always walked this line between innovation and nostalgia.
Yeah,
We've talked about this many times on the channel, William. And it's a line that Universal is not necessarily bound to
yeah.
because Universal does not have that nostalgia factor.
Now, granted,
And
there are people. I am in some Universal groups, and there are people that do have nostalgia for Back to the Future, Ghostbusters,
that's
Terminator.
true. Well, it's been there long enough. In
Yeah,
other words, Universal has been in
yeah,
existence long enough
yeah.
now
To where they are
that
building. I mean,
they
even
are building that.
Twister. People are
It's
still mad
true.
that
It's true.
the Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel ride versus Twister. I mean, they're
Right.
pretty much. I don't know a single person that has ever said, "Man, I'm sure glad they got rid of Twister to put Jimmy Kimmel in there."
Right.
Or Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, Jimmy Fallon.
I
Right.
haven't seen a single person say, "Man, I'm so glad they did that." In fact, there's a lot of
Hey,
rumblings
Amy.
that I mean, and granted, this is unconfirmed, but there are a ton of rumblings that they're putting in some sort of big Ghostbusters attraction. I don't,
Okay.
they're tearing down Rip It Ride It Rocket.
Right. Right.
There's a lot of people that'll be saved from concussions with that ride going away.
Probably so.
But anyway,
Well,
there's a ton of speculation that there's going to be a Ghostbusters ride going in there.
mhm.
Um,
Well, I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that would go. So Universal's been there long enough that they do have, that they are, getting some of that pop culture,
well, I
those
mean,
things
another
that
thing
they
too is
so much.
people are still sad they got rid of the Jaws ride to add,
Oh, yeah.
uh,
Oh, count me into that.
yeah, to add Diagon Alley there.
Yeah,
Um,
I've been chasing that Jaws 50th anniversary sipper since they came out with it, and I still don't have one.
uh,
So, but yeah, that's it. I love Jaws. Jaws was groundbreaking. Um, but at any rate, it's with Disney, Disney has always been something extremely special.
Yeah, I mean, like,
And
to the point you were making, yeah, they've Imagineers in the past, I think had more reverence for these older
yes,
attractions. I mean, there's no question
yes,
they did, but also
yes.
too, they understood that there's a level of, you know, I did there that people experience this a nostalgia,
Mhm.
but b, um, you know, also having that nostalgia and then wanting to share that with
Right,
with
right.
family, with kids, with grandkids. Um, and
Yes,
so,
true.
oh, I did this whenever I was your age. To be able to say
Yeah,
that,
right.
uh,
Yes.
it really, really, means a lot to people. And I think that, that, I mean, granted, I say that, but I mean, we do have occasional uh, exceptions. Example, the Candleman being added to the Haunted
Mhm.
Mansion. I don't
Mhm.
know who did that, but I mean that is an obvious example of, hey, somebody. Again, I've heard that no idea at at Imagineering is ever truly gone.
Oh,
That can be harkened
right.
back to. Yeah, have a good night, y'all. Um,
Yeah,
but and that's a prime example of
yeah,
they recently added the Candleman, and that people love that. But,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
people like us, people that are
Oh,
super
yeah.
fans like us, it's like, wow, that's awesome. I love that you did that.
Yeah. Really
But
crump. Yeah.
there's so much
Yeah.
more of the let's get rid of this old thing.
Right.
It's that versus compared, especially these days, compared to um, let's pull something really cool out
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
I mean the Hitchhiking Ghost,
Exactly.
the Hatbox Ghost is another example of an old idea that didn't work how they wanted it to. And one super fan comes along and it's an Imagineer and says, hey, I think I got this figured out. He's working on it
Yeah.
in his basement.
Yeah. Right.
And guess what, now it's in both
Yeah.
both
Right.
Disneyland and
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom. So
Absolutely.
um
Absolutely. Oh, I am too, Tony. And
uh,
the thing is, Tony says he's ready for another Disney film golden age. That
yeah,
was the 90s, I think. Um,
yeah,
you know,
late 80s, early 90s, early mid
yeah,
90s.
here's the thing with that, and here's the thing that I keep going back to. I think, guys, that they have lost so many of the old Disney heads, the old people, the older Imagineers who really got Disney, who understood the Disney philosophy, who understood the responsibility even that Walt
Hmm.
felt to fans to maintain top quality entertainment. Um, I don't think they have them anymore. I think a lot of them have gone to Universal. A lot of them have gone. No, a lot of them have gone to Universal.
Yeah,
I think they've actually pushed a lot of them out, thinking that they were going to usher in this new Disney era,
yeah,
and and their idea of a new Disney era was not something that fans like I or many fans won't. So I don't, it's like with this Cars ride. What this Cars ride is nothing exciting. That they ripped out an amazing, amazing historic ecosystem, you know, uh, for for a four wheeler ride on a track,
yeah,
and it's just I mean, what is the view from the Haunted Mansion queue line going to look like now?
yeah,
What is it going to look like, from any of those amazing, I mean, all of us have tons of incredible pictures from that, of the Liberty Bell, and
yeah.
from that area. Anyway, that's just a tough one. We had to cover it, y'all. And again, I am still,
Hey, welcome in,
I
Adventures
was
by D.
truly in hopes that they would come to their senses and not take it out. I thought surely they will come to their senses. Boy, I really got behind in chat, y'all. Sorry about that. Oh, hey, Dave. Dave, welcome in. Anyway, that yeah, it's just a tough one. And I'll tell you what, guys, that's a big part of the reason I'm letting my annual pass go.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you, it is. That one is a bridge too far for me. They took out, they're systematically dismantling Frontierland. They took out the shooting arcade. They got Splash Mountain, replaced it with Tiana's, which is, and they can't even get it to run 100% of the time because they don't have the Imagineers to do it anymore. They've ripped out, but to rip out Tom Sawyer Island, the Liberty Bell, and the Rivers of America, which is such a centerpiece for and added such beauty and majesty to Magic Kingdom, is just a bridge too far for me. That's just, I cannot imagine walking into that area of the park over by our beloved Haunted Mansion and seeing a daggum Cars ride in the middle of it, and they're trying to feed me this line that fits into the Frontier.
Yeah.
No. So that's just kind of where I stand and on it. And apparently there are a lot of folks online who agree with me because they're getting roasted.
Yeah.
They're getting roasted over it. But that appreciation, William, for the classic Disney. And there are always going to be people that don't understand that. The thing that we've always had in our favor is that there were Imagineers still with the company who did understand it.
Yeah.
And now they're gone.
Yeah.
So here we are. At any rate, a couple of other announcements that were made. We know for sure that the new Monsters Land is going to be called Monstropolis.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thunk it? It's like naming your dog Spot. They're gonna call it Monstropolis, and I'm see, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that I'm really upset with them. Hollywood Studios has really lost its theming.
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios has completely lost its theming, and Hollywood Studios, guys, is my second favorite park. It just is because of the Hollywood nostalgia and the things that used to be there. Because I absolutely love movies.
Yeah.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway could have gone somewhere else. It could have gone over in Fantasyland.
Yeah, it should have gone into Fantasyland. Yeah.
Leave the great movie right alone. And update. Update if you want to put in different movies, but and of course Muppets Plaza there is gone. But I'll tell you that the big thing that I'm probably really not gonna like. I don't. Again, they have surprised me. They surprised me with Mission Breakout, in Disneyland, and I hope that they surprise me again. But I can hardly see replacing Aerosmith with Muppets.
Yeah.
As much as I love the Muppets, and I do, that ride had such a vibe to it. It had such a feel to it.
My main issue with this, and I've said this before.
Out the archway. Yeah, they're taking out the archway, Tony.
Yeah, I mean they're already doing a good job demoing that. And we've talked before about how they like to have. They like to break up, as you pass from one section into the next, like, changing the environment.
Yes.
To acknowledge that, hey, I'm moving into a new area.
Mm-hmm.
you
And
know,
that was also a big Walt thing. It
yeah.
was also a big Walt Disney
And I
thing.
just,
Mhm.
you know, it's going to completely change the, you complexion of, walking into that area and just just being able to see straight over into, what they're planning on doing over there. I mean, I guess it'll
Mhm.
look like an expanded hub, but anyway, I don't really don't really
Not
understand the
Charlie.
motivation behind that. Have a good night, Charlie.
Good night, sweetie.
But yeah, I don't really understand the motivation behind,
Oh, okay. Okay.
you
Maybe
know,
Charlie can watch us on the replay for cards. Sorry
yeah,
about that. We didn't get to it. So anyway, this show guys, because of its
I had
yeah.
well, I'm about to say I don't know if Charlie's already gone or not, but I'm more than willing to
Yeah, we can go ahead and open
I can
cards,
open
Alex.
cards if Charlie's got extra
If
minutes.
Charlie can stay up for 10 more minutes, we've got cards.
Let us know, Alex. I'll gladly go ahead and do that, and then we can pick back up where.
Do it.
But anyway, we'll wait and see. Hey, welcome in, Kevin, Theme Park Adventure.
Hi, Kevin. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, he heard us.
He heard. All
okay,
right.
Does he have permission to stay up? We'll hurry.
Yeah. We don't want to sabotage you, Alex. Let us know if it needs to go to bed. We'll wait and do it next week.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
We'll wait and get confirmation from Alex before proceeding.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so we're gonna for
Charlie,
we're gonna.
I have a pack of first chapter.
And look at who's on the cover.
Maleficent. Yeah, of course.
The most misunderstood of all.
Figures. I have a pack of first chapter cards and a sleeve, which I have like two of these.
This is first chapter? Oh my gosh, where'd you find them?
Well, they're in my closet. I have 2 more packs and also have 3 packs of Rise of the Bloodborne, which is the second set. But first chapter pack, I still have my first chapter booster box that I need to open. I need to, schedule a time and go ahead and
open the
do
whole
that
thing. Oh yeah,
open that up.
I'll be watching with bated breath when you open that.
All right, here we go. All right, first chapter. I've not opened first chapter in quite some time. So I'm very excited about this. We have Daredevil Goofy.
There you go. First off, for Goofy, one of your favorite
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Magic Broom. Bucket Brigade.
Oh, I'm glad, Alex.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Alex. I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't want to overstep. Stampede action. Next up is Flounder, Voice of Reason. And then Prince Eric. Let's see, what's it say there? Dashing and Brave. Cheshire Cat. Not all there. It's fun. Uncommon card. Second uncommon card is Belle, Inventive Engineer. Third uncommon card is You Have Forgotten Me. First rare is Stitch. What's that say there? Abomination. It's a cool card. All right. Next rare. Oh, it's a super rare Whole New World. That's a great card to pull. That's one of the better super rare cards you can pull. All right. Last but certainly not least, what we got here? Uncommon, Fan the Flames, Hollow, Cold Foil. LeFou there. So pretty cool. Okay. Again, it has been quite some time since I've opened a first chapter pack. Very excited about the Whole New World card. That's very playable. So definitely pumped up to have pulled that card. So,
that is a neat
Mom,
one.
Mom, you got yours ready to go?
That is a neat. I do.
I can't expand yours. I don't think. There we go.
Okay. All right. Which one? We have
Max
Steamboat Willie
and Goofy.
and then Max and Goofy. Which one? Charlie, let me know. Oh, that last pull. Yeah, Jonathan's excited about that last pull.
Yep.
Charlie, okay, Max. Okay. Here we go. This is Fabled. This is the newest set. Y'all, let's see.
We went from first set to most recent set.
We did. We did. And these are hangers. So, and look at, we're in the villains mode tonight, y'all. There's Cruella on the package. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what we get. Okay. All right. So we have Mulan. Very nice. And another Mulan. Like both of those.
Yes, Charlie, these cards do play the same game.
Amber and a ruby. There's Meg. And an emerald. Got King Benja in the steel. I like that. I don't think they've ever done King. Have they done Benja before? King Benja? Chief Benja?
I think so. Maybe not.
Maid Marian.
Neat.
That's a pretty one. Oh, that's very pretty. Okay. Dolores Madrigal. That's a cute one. That's a cute one. That's a common. And in an uncommon slot, look at this one. We have Belle, the inventor.
Nice. That's funny because that's a reprint of the card that I pulled from the first set.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
How cool is that? Okay. Another uncommon.
Benja's from Ryan the Last Dragon, Charlie.
Which
Nani?
is actually one of my favorites. I love Ryan the Last Dragon. There we go.
It is cool. We did both get Belle. Sisu.
That's
fun.
Sisu. I love it. I love Sisu. Love Sisu. And that one is it's uncommon. And we have the dinner bell.
Radigan.
In a rare. And then this one is a super rare, William?
Yep, super rare Ursula.
Beautiful card.
Voice Stealer.
Just a beautiful card. And then in the last slot.
Okay. Common Hidden Cove. Cool.
But a really beautiful hollow. So, and then this is interestingly, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is cool. I'd like to see I haven't seen the full puzzle from that. So.
I haven't either. We'll have to look for it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So
hope you enjoyed, Charlie. Get a good night's rest. Hope you have a great day tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching, Charlie. We appreciate you. Yeah, that's a neat one. Okay, I still have my Lucite magnetic card protector for that next one that I pull. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to get an enchanted or an iconic. Would be really cool.
It really would.
We have to open more Fabled to complete the puzzle there, Charlie. We haven't opened a ton of Fabled yet.
Yeah, just well, it's the newest pack. It's the newest set, and so
Well, good luck on your math quiz. Do your
Yeah,
best. Hopefully you
yeah,
remember
absolutely.
everything you've learned.
Mhm. I have a couple of puzzles completed, but we'll have to open some more packs to get. I do like the artwork in Fabled.
Yeah.
I really do. Okay, just quickly to finish this thing out. Let's see. Let me go. Keep going. So we have Monstropolis, guys, and over in Animal Kingdom, this is the meet. This is the where the meet and greet for Doug and Russell was. Next to the Tree of Life Theater entrance. And it's closed for now in preparation for the new show. Zootopia Better Together officially opens on November 7th. So that's coming up. Of course, it replaced It's Tough to Be a Bug, which closed several months ago for the changeover. If you want to see It's Tough to Be a Bug, I do have a video on our channel. If you'd like to see that. But pass holder previews. Well, if you have an annual pass holder, the previews. If you have an annual pass, the previews are scheduled for November 5th and 6th. If you want to join a preview, you need to use the My Disney Experience virtual queue, which opens at 7 a.m. And again at 1 p.m. for any pass holder with a valid admission. So they're going to do those. Those 2 days will be annual pass holder previews, the 5th and 6th, and then the new show officially opens on November 7th. So that's I hope we like this one. I really do.
Yeah.
I love Zootopia. I really do. And I hope they do a good job with it. I do. There's some promo art there. Nick with his flowery tie. I love it. So I hope they do a good job with this. I really do. It should be a lot of fun. I think it'll be. We'll see. I'm very interested to see what they do with it. Now, also, y'all, Disney Lorcana. Speaking of Lorcana, is going to have a. Let's see here, on the right slide. Disney Lorcana is going to have presence at Festival of the Arts again this year. According to Disney Parks blog, the magic of collecting the Disney Lorcana trading card game will be coming to Epcot International Festival of the Arts with exciting activities designed for the whole family, showcasing the beautiful artwork on each card. I think that is very fitting that they should include that in Festival of the Arts.
Yeah.
They announced the 2026 Epcot International Festival of the Arts dates on Tuesday. It's not the first time Disney has tied Lorcana into the festival or the Disney parks. An exclusive Lorcana card was released at Disney Parks early this year, coinciding with the launch of a Lorcana experience at Disney California Adventure. Did you know that, William?
Yeah. It was over.
I didn't know that.
I think it was over in the Beast Library section.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it was a couple cards that they were distributing to people that went to that area to check it out.
Okay. I didn't get that get that memo. But the next Disney Lorcana set, called Whispers in the Well, will introduce a new card classification feature, more unusual IPs, the Black Cauldron and Gargoyles. So that's, and as we established on last week's show, I've never seen Gargoyles, so I'm going to have to go back and.
I only watched it a little bit because I want to say it came on later at night. You know, and I can think of the times that I watched. It seemed like every time I watched it, it was probably later at night.
Mm-hmm. Did you like it?
I did. I thought it was pretty cool. But I'm not. It's been a long, long time, so I've lost a lot of that knowledge.
Right. Yeah. 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 I'll definitely have to watch it. And I do like this artwork with Ariel, and I really like the Mickey here
Like a
too.
steampunk Mickey.
Uh huh. Uh
Hmm.
huh. Will be good. I love that. I love that look. For him. Um, but anyway, at any rate, that's kind of it for tonight. Those are just some of the pieces of news that jumped out at me. Was there anything else, William, that you can think of?
Not that I can think of.
Um,
No.
yeah. Special in park cards only found there. I'm sure. Yeah, that would be really neat. And I have thought about, taking, some of my Lorcana cards into the parks and having the characters sign them. I think that would
Yeah.
be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Need to
I
try to
agree.
remember to do that. Really need to try to remember to do that this upcoming trip for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I do have a
I've
box of
got
table right here that I
nice,
would like to open at
nice.
some point.
A couple of things I wanted to show you guys that I got um, just recently, and I haven't even taken them out of the plastic yet, but I had to have these. I had to have these. I'm not going to be in the parks for my birthday, but yeah, I had to get those.
Those are fun.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there for my birthday, but my birthday is on Life Day. So this is a Wookiee. This is kind of a fan-driven holiday. It's a Wookiee. Kind of think of it as Wookiee Thanksgiving or Wookiee Christmas. And you can see I love the colors with this teal color bow. But this is the orb that's the orb that's part of the holiday, and then it just has the blankets, that faux leather. But I think these are really cute. Had to have those, obviously. And this one, with a name like Bone, I love it. This is why I ordered this, because I thought it was really, really cute. And I loved it even more after I got it. And I'll show you why. You guys know I'm kind of particular about lounge flies. Because they've gotten to be fairly expensive. But this is Skeleton Dance, which is one of it has, of course, obviously the metal plate. It does have the two side pockets, which is always good, and it has extra pixie dust on the back. So it's really, really neat. But check this out.
That is neat.
It dances. The skeleton dances. Now, how cool is that? Now, I realize that this is not the most practical thing for the parks, but how funny is that? Oh my gosh, that's great.
That is really funny.
It's very well made,
Yeah.
and so yeah, so it's Skeleton Dance, which is one of Walt Disney's first animated features. How cute is that, though? Really? And then it has, of course, silver. It has the silver. Well, it's not silver actually. It's the dark hardware. And I haven't looked. Let's see. Behind the skeleton, there's an owl. You could see in the tree. But I absolutely love this, and I can wear this with my Pirates T-shirt and hat.
Yeah.
As well. But we're the Bones, right?
Yeah.
So. I love it. I thought that I just couldn't believe it when I took that out and the skeleton just moved like that. I think that's so cute. Okay, let's see. Pull out the stuffing so that we can see this. That this was very well packed. Let's see. Let's see because they always have really neat. And there's the lining.
Oh, nice. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Those have really cool lining. Skeleton dance and then the little logo there. Let's see. It does not have a zipper pocket. On occasion, they'll surprise us and give us a zipper pocket. But at any rate, the zipper pocket here is behind the skeleton. So this probably won't be one that I'll take into the parks a whole lot, but I would like to. Anyway, that's that one. And this is and it does glow in the dark.
Yeah, that's cool.
It does glow in the dark. I think it's so cute. I love it. And I don't know if I showed you this one. This one I bought in the parks the last time when William and I were there. This is Pirates of the Caribbean one, and it's the same with the dog. And they're trying to, to lure the dog over to let him out, and the bone there is like 3D. So he's holding the bone, and then the dog is holding the key. You can see that. So I just really like this one, and has the nice plate on the side. And then on the back, but yeah, I like this one. And the pirate here is, it's a plate. So, and then on the inside, I enjoy those. And I got it to wear with my Johnny Depp Captain Jack Sparrow T-shirt. And there's the lining. You can see the lining there. Nice. That a little bit harder to see. But yeah. At any rate, I got that one. And then I also have the hat that says the biddings will continue until morale improves. So, yeah. So that's, just wanted to show y'all those. And, thanks, April. Appreciate it. Let me see if there was anything else going on. Wim, can you think of anything else?
Not that I can think of. I will not be able to do roll call tonight because my computer is in the process of resetting. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries. There are some pretty deep discounts going on right now, guys. If you're planning a trip to Disney, you want to try to get that in before the a lot of these price increases take effect. Disney cruises, don't know if they still are, but they have, a lot of them have been 40% off. So we've seen some prices on Disney cruises that I have not seen before.
Yeah.
So
I was pretty surprised, with the discounts.
Yeah. Yes. So some good ones there. Jillian would be more than happy to give you a quote. She does this every day. And if you book a trip through her, Disney builds the price of a travel agent into the cost of your package anyway. So you might as well, her services are free. You might as well use it. She does it every day. She loves it. Yeah. She's very good at it. So give her a call. Her information is in the description of the video.
I had a conversation with a coworker today, and he had taken his family, so him and his wife and his daughter, I think it's an older adult daughter, but anyway, they had gone on a Disney cruise last year, and they said that the last Disney cruise they had been on was 2019. So they just said, the people that they talked with on the cruise ship, just absolutely spoke, that they were, cruisers before they were Disney cruisers. And they just, once they took a Disney cruise, they stopped doing other cruises.
Yeah.
And they just, and my coworker, just said, he said, the thing that I love about it, it's a little pricier for a Disney cruise, he said, but it truly is a first class experience. A lot of our critiques, a lot of our critiques of the parks seem to, and some of the seemingly loss of customer service focus that we kind of point to in the parks. It seems like that's that attitude and mentality is still prevalent as far as the cruise line goes. And
Right.
Jillian attested to it herself. He just said, he said that the thing that just really impressed him was, the customer service, number one. But he said the thing that he really appreciated was every time they made a stop, he said somebody was working on something or painting or making repairs or cleaning. And he just said, the cleanliness
Constant.
alone was incredibly impressive to him.
Constant. Yeah.
So it was very interesting to have a discussion with somebody who's not crazy like we are. And also, to hear that feedback from somebody who's not,
Right.
a Disney
Right.
super fan like we are.
Yeah.
But he's a big so it's funny because we were talking and he said, yeah, I need to make it to that Universal with the portals. I said, Epic Universe. I said, yeah, I've been there twice. I know I've seen him wear, I think he has a Universal Monsters Roosevelt shirt that I've seen him wear before.
Nice.
And I told him, I said, you're a, Universal Monsters fan, aren't you? And he said, yeah. He said, I love those old movies. And I said, then you're going to love Dark Universe then. So anyway, I told him, I said, let me know. I said, if you and your family decide to go, let me know. I can give you some great tips. Obviously too, you could, I said, I could give you Jillian's information if you want to book through her, book anything for her. But, I said, I could give you some great tips and kind of strategize on how to spend your day at Epic.
Absolutely.
Based off of the couple times I've been. So anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun to talk parks with somebody who's not as into the weeds as we are. We talked not just Disney cruise, but the parks a little bit too.
Yeah, I think we passed the weeds a long way back there, and we're now into the full grown forest. we're into the rainforest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is always interesting to talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Jennifer, who you guys saw on stream, she went with me several months ago, and had not been since she was a child. I'll tell you, I was so proud of Jennifer because she was baptized in Disney that quick. She bought an annual pass. And she and her dad are
jumped off in the deep end.
She jumped off into the deep end, and boy, is she swimming. It's just really funny. We send each other, Disney shorts and funny Disney things all the time. But man, she has come up to speed. It's really funny because when we're in the parks, a lot of times she would say, "Man, you just how do you know all this stuff? Where the bathrooms are and." All these things that I pointed out to her. I said, well, we've just been coming for a long time, and just different things that I told her, do this, don't do that, that we just kind of take for granted anymore. We just do them and don't think about them where, other, people who are not as familiar with the parks don't know, but anyway, yeah, I'm real proud of her. She's really up to speed. She got there quick.
Yeah.
Very quickly. So, at any rate, I hope that tonight has been useful to you. We feel an obligation, y'all, to be as honest with you, as we can about the parks. You know how much we love them.
Yeah. And it may sound negative, but that's not our intent. We, like many of you, there's 9 people it looks like that are watching right now. we're passionate about the parks just like you are, you know, and you know, and we acknowledge, you know, guess what, we're, you know, we haven't hit the lottery. You know, like we're real people, you know. Disney does not pay us a single dime to come, you know. You know, we're not a part of media. We're regular folks. You know, and we acknowledge how difficult, how much of a strain this puts on, you know, puts on people. And the people that I hate it most for is the people that have saved, you know, and saved, you know, and they want to take their kid to Disney, and they just keep moving the goalpost on those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to me, that's, you know, I thankfully, you know, I'm thankful we've been very blessed to be able to go as much as we've been able to go in the last few years.
Thank you, April.
But it again, it breaks my heart, you know, for these price increases to come out, and those people that have saved, that it moves the goalpost for them, and they say, guess what? Now I'm going to have to save. It's going to take a little bit longer, you know.
Or so, they just give up and say, "We're,"
yeah. But I just I hate it most for those people that you know, that just when you think you're almost there, they alter the terms of the deal, and we pray they don't alter them further.
But we know that they will.
Yeah.
And I think William, you've hit upon kind of the crux of the matter. I think that would be the thing that Walt would be most displeased with.
Yeah.
Now Walt was a businessman, and I understand that Disney is a business. Don't misunderstand me. I get that.
Yeah, I mean, we're not out here calling for everybody to be able to get in free. I mean, you know, we fully understand having to fund operations.
Yes.
And you know, they've got their
cast members, you know, the whole 9 yards. But at the same time, you know, choking the goose that lays your golden egg is never a good thing.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's what they've been doing for about 5 years now. So
it's definitely become more noticeable and prevalent.
It has
over that period of time.
It has. So, you know. We'll keep, you know, talking to you, and, you know, keep bringing you, you know, content. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, you know, put them in the
you know, and we're fans. You know, we love to go.
Obviously,
but I mean,
I have a skeleton backpack.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
Our channel's called the Hitchhiking Bones, for crying out loud. You know. I mean, there's no question we're fans through and through, but you know, at some point, you know, reason has to come into play. You know, and
Jonathan.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, at some point, reason just, you know, has to come into play, and you know, here's, you know, we decided, you know, me and Jillian and Wyatt, you know, and specifically me and Wyatt went ahead and got our AP for this year, because, you know, we knew Mom still had hers, and then, you know, Jillian has hers. You know, we did have an opportunity to extend one of our trips earlier in the year, which made a big difference. It was really, you know, really cool. And then I was able to go with Mom. You know, we've got a trip coming up in December. So, you know, I've loved having an annual pass, but also too, I know that there's other things I'd like to do, and also know that, you know, these parks are about to be torn up for a little bit. You know, at least 2027 that we know of. So it's going to take some time for them to finish up all these jobs. But you know, you know, it's, I mean, for me, you know, personally, you know, I just, you know, Jillian, you know, will keep her annual pass. You know, she's a she works for works for Mickey Travels, sells Disney Vacations and having more success doing that. But I told her, I said, with these price increases, there's a fair chance we're just going to have to send you.
Take them all, Tina. Just pack all of them.
And it's
you're asking the wrong person if you want me to tell you to leave some of them home. So.
But I just said, with these price increases, like we're more of your future trips are probably going to be just you and not all of us.
Yeah.
And that's just, that's just where we're at, unfortunately. Right. And so anyway, I hope that they do a great job with all these projects that they have coming. Looking forward to Better Together. I still think it's a weird fit for where they're putting it, and I think that it's tough to be a bug fit the theme and the location much better. But I hope that I hope they do a great job with this show. I'm looking forward to seeing it in December. But anyway, yeah, we'll see. As they start.
High class problem, Tina.
Right. As they start rolling out these,
I wouldn't know.
Attractions. At some point the rubber will meet the road, and people will decide that, hey, either the stuff that new stuff they've done is really high quality and I can't wait to see it, or that's the power of having all the Disney influencers these days, is people are going to be able to see this stuff and say either A, it's worth it. True. I've got to take a trip, or B, meh. I think I'll stay home and save a bunch of money.
Right.
And do
or
something
go to
else.
Universal.
Yeah. Well, the thing is
or Dollywood.
Yeah.
Which was voted the #1 park in the nation, by the way.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. We're rooting. We hope that Disney kind of comes to their senses on some stuff, but also at the same time we're not holding our breath.
Right. It's just true. It's just true. We are excited next week, guys, to welcome Emmy. Well, not next week, but the week after, November the 7th, or 4th, excuse me. Let me start over. How about that? Emmy of the Eventuallys is going to be on Hitchhiker Chat as a guest on November 4th, and she's coming on to talk about her new YouTube channel called Travel and Theme Park Guide.
Ooh, nice.
You can go over there and check that out. If somebody wants to drop that link. She will be here November 4th, and I'm really excited to talk to her. Let's see, let me just drop it myself. But we haven't talked with Emmy and Heather in a while, and so it'll really be it'll be good to see her and spend a little time with her and see what her vision for this new channel is. She and her mom do just a fantastic job with all the content that they create. And so,
we had the best time with them the last time we had them on the channel.
Yeah, so that's going to be yes, you will, Tina. So November the 4th, Emmy will be here. I'm not sure what we're going to do next week. We'll just have to wait and see. I did not see the new Tron Ares movie yet, guys. I
haven't seen it either.
Kind of interfere, but I'm going to try to make it out and see that this week. I've heard really good things. I really have heard some good stuff on this one. So, and they have a lot of the trailers are just really, really cool. So, hopefully we'll get to see that, and William and I can give you our review of Tron Ares.
Yeah.
Please check out our newest vlogs, guys. I did a short tribute to Disney legend Tom Nabby, at his window on Main Street, USA. The Dapper Dans, came by on a trolley, and they were singing appropriately enough San Francisco blues. And I love to hear them sing that song. I have just listened to this short over and over because I love that song so much. But it's really neat. So take a look. Take a look at that. What fans we are of Tom, and so we were standing there. Jennifer makes a cameo. I was standing there in front of it and decided to get a quick short of his window. Also, my travel day to Disney, y'all, I just took some video that I had from one of my travel days a few months ago. I landed at MCO and went to Disney Springs for some shopping. Had dinner at Chef Art Smith's Homecoming for the first time, and then dessert at Gideon's Bakehouse, and it was really, really good. So y'all be sure and check out that latest vlog. Do you know what your countdown is for Walt Disney World, William?
Not off the top of my head, no. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, very nice. To kind of figure it out. Well, I have a countdown, guys. I finally got a trip planned. I am 41 days out. I'm not going to be there, because I love to go in November. I'm not going to be there in November, but I will be in Walt Disney World December the 1st through the 14th. So I'm really excited about it. This is kind of going to be a last hurrah before my AP expires. As I said, we're kind of looking to do some other things, maybe some Disney cruises, and maybe even like Disneyland Paris. William, we have, I looked it up, and we have a resort that's like 15 minutes from Disneyland Paris.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah. So we definitely, may look into that. I hope to see Ashley Eckstein narrate the Candlelight Processional while I'm there. I will be attending Magical Night of Hope, the 5th annual Magical Night of Hope, which of course is a benefit for Give Kids the World Village. And Pete McDevitt is having like a community meetup that morning at Disney Springs. So I'll be going to that, and Pete will be, live streaming all of that. I'm looking forward to it because at Magical Night of Hope, we don't have as much time to visit. So Pete decided, to do this meetup for everybody that's there so that we have more time to visit and see each other. I will also be attending Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on December 5th. And I'll be planning live streams really soon for all that. So y'all look for those thumbnails to come up, and I'll be there for 2 weeks. I'm really excited about it. I can really, settle in and plan some good stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. And then, after the first of the year, when my pass expires, I'll be looking to do, some other things. Possibly, I would really love to go. The one that's on my list too. I would really love to go to Dollywood, and live stream from Dollywood, and have that. I do that. I haven't been to the Smokies in quite a while, so I would really love to do that. So that's that's about it. I'm not sure what we're going to do next week. We'll be really close to Halloween. I have something in mind, but I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off. So I'll just save that as maybe a little teaser. Wim, was there anything else? Anything else that you? I am glad to have a countdown. I'm glad to have a trip planned finally.
Yeah. So we actually do have we have a dining package booked for one of the Brendan Fraser Candlelight Processional appearances. So very excited about that. Looking forward to it. I've been a fan of his since. Oh, hey, welcome in, Danny. Great to see you. I
very
I
much.
was a big fan of his. I loved the Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser in it, and then what is it? There's Looney Tunes. I don't know if it's a Rift in Time or what the name of that movie is, but he's in that
Mm.
too, and it's a lot of fun. But I loved the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser. But
Mhm.
um,
Oh
so
yeah.
I did want to mention. So I was looking at this mom. Um, they let's see here. I was trying to find it. I thought I saw something about same day reservations. I did try to look up the candlelight processional for when Ashley Eckstein went through there.
Yes, for Regal Eagle, it said you
Okay,
could do a walk up maybe,
yeah. So
and
maybe you could do that then.
yeah, so that'd be
Because
good. Because
I
I
was trying to
can't.
find a workaround since it was showing that there was no availability
Yeah,
for.
yeah, I noticed that too. I was kind of surprised. I mean, I know Ashley Eckstein is really popular, especially in Star Wars circles. But I really wasn't expecting it to be sold out,
Yeah,
and it is. So
yeah.
for the dining um, plan. So I've never seen Bedazzled, Danny. Yeah.
All right. Anything else I need to cover? Obviously check out, theliveplace.com. Big shout out to Dean who maintains that channel. Basically, TV guide for family friendly live streams. Check out
Mhm.
Dean's YouTube channels, The Live Place and Dreamers Empire. Check out, for your YouTube creator looking to grow your channel, there's some really cool tools over on TubeBuddy. Use our link in the description below. We both get a free month. Basic version of TubeBuddy's free. The paid version I think is discounted if you have under 1,000 subs. Check it out if you haven't already. If you're looking for good tools on how to grow your channel. Also, too, check out Stickermule. Sorry. Uh, there's a software that has Mule in the name, and that popped into my head instead of the Stickermule. But check out Stickermule. If you're looking for buttons, magnets, pins, stickers, keychains, etc. If you're looking for
Mhm.
anything like that, cool promotional stuff, check out Stickermule. Use our link. We both get a $10 credit for a future order. So, again, we've taken advantage of that ourselves. Mom, I
Mhm.
think, has some keychains. We got stickers and
Yeah.
buttons and pins and so on
Just
and
got
so
in a
forth.
new supply of magnets. We were almost out of
Nice.
magnets, so and I like those. So
Yeah.
just got in some more. So we should have a good supply of pens and everything for our upcoming trips in December.
Good.
Really looking forward to those.
Good.
Halloween's almost here, y'all. So be sure and get out and buy that candy because I know you've already bought candy and you've eaten all of it already. So go buy some more. go buy go buy some more candy. Not that I would know from personal experience, but your dad does that.
Yeah.
Your dad. it's it's the Halloween candy, and I have to go buy more. So
I've done that with
uh,
the Reese's peanut butter cups myself.
never ever buy. Our family can never ever buy Reese's peanut butter cups too far ahead of Halloween. It just
Uh-huh.
it doesn't work out well because that's probably all. I mean, that's probably everybody's favorite
Yeah.
is Reese's peanut butter cups. I think they're Adam's favorite too. I don't know why that is, but we just all love. Maybe I brainwashed y'all on that one too. I don't know, but it's always been my favorite. But y'all enjoy the season. Like I
Yeah.
said, I bought apples, so I'm gonna hopefully, bake. I'll try to post some pictures. I've got a really good recipe for apple cake with brown butter frosting.
Oh, wow.
And I make it every year, and it is absolutely wonderful. I also have a good recipe for it's basically the same cake, but you put a pecan praline drizzle on it. It's like a heavy,
Yeah.
um, and, ganache kind of thing. But at any rate, I'm going to do that. May make some pumpkin fudge. I may make my mom's pumpkin cookies. I may just go nuts and do all of it. So
Yeah.
y'all enjoy it. Enjoy this pretty weather we're having, and just really enjoy the fall.
Yeah.
I love the change of seasons, and we've got Halloween kicks off the holiday season for us. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And
Again,
excited about my Disney trip.
Yeah. Yeah. 59 days for me on
Okay.
my countdown you'd asked. So excited about
Okay.
that. Thanks everybody for being here. Again, sorry, my computer is still restarting. I'm hoping, if you have any recommendations for a good laptop, let me know. Because I'm long overdue for a refresh on my technology. So I really need to invest in a new laptop.
Thanks, Jonathan.
So anyway, sorry, no real call tonight. Thanks everybody for being here. Whether you've been here for 2.5 hours or you've been here for 5 minutes, just dropping in, saying hello.
We appreciate it.
We thank you for being here, regardless of how long you've been able to hang out with us. Thanks to our ghosts, people watching in ghost mode. If you got a whole lot going on, you got us on in the background, you can't chat, that's perfectly fine. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Also, shout out to our team replay. Leave a comment. If you watch on the replay, leave us a comment. We really appreciate you, and we love to see people commenting, saying, hey, jumping in on the conversation. So let us know your thoughts. If you think we're way off base on something, let us know. We love to hear people's perspectives and thoughts on the stuff we talk about. So let us know if there's anything you'd like to hear us talk about. Feel free to share that with us too.
Well, we have been known to change our minds.
Yeah. So
rarely, but it happens.
Right.
It happens.
But anyway, we really appreciate everybody. Thank you to our ghostless moderators, keeping the chat family friendly.
Absolutely.
And also to our goodness gracious, channel members. Channel members, yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate all of you. Thank you for your support. We love talking all things Disney. Again, the main reason we point some of the stuff out is we understand the impact that it has on everybody that's planning a trip. And we're right there in the same boat with all y'all. It's it's frustrating to see the price increases. But I told Jillian, I said really, and as they keep venturing, this direction, I said, this is the perfect time to put out content saying, here's how to save money on a Disney trip.
Right.
Putting out content.
And that's always been good content. But as the prices just continue to increase exponentially out of control, then that becomes a lot more important. So because we're not, again, like William said, we haven't won the lottery, and so and we're not into wasting money, even if we did.
Yep. So thanks everybody for being here. Anything else, Mom?
Can't think of a thing.
All righty. Hope y'all have a great week. Hope to see you real soon. Remember, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more. So please
hurry
back. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here, y'all. Y'all have a great week. Happy Halloween.
Boo to you and you and you and you and you. Boo to you.